Oh, man.
All righty. All righty, folks. There we go. Good evening, folks. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to this week's episode of the Monday Weekend Wrap-Up. Yes, we've got a fantastic show for you all lined up tonight. This is number 11. We have you, the viewer, and the guests are the people that make this show work. I enjoy the show. You guys, when you all enjoy the show, I laugh when the guests and you all make me laugh, and I suffer from eating the spiciest chip on earth when you guys, well, you guys don't do that, but you guys will see it happen. Without further ado, let's get into the show. Our guests for today. First up, we have YouTube content creator, football manager extraordinaire, Tottenham Hotspur fan himself. We have, welcome to the program, Hoffspur. Hoffspur, welcome to the program.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing, Hoff?
Great. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. And second, last but not least, we have a Twitch streamer of extraordinary talents. Whether he's Frank Drebin in GTA RP, sim racing Assetto Corso, eFootball playing, Alien dominating, Lego Star Wars playing, we have Milothe1st. Welcome in, Milo. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. Welcome in, Milo. How you doing? Good evening. Good evening,
everybody. Good to see you.
Guys, good to see you. I'm going to turn you up just a touch. One moment.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good.
As long as that's how you gonna be talking. I might have to turn you down if you speak louder, which is fine. There might be a reason to speak louder for you and he's an Arsenal fan. But welcome everyone. Let's take a look at today's topics. We have the Final Four. We'll be taking a look at the Champions League Final Four. Yes, that is an American term, the Final Four for college basketball. We had a couple FA Cup semifinals and a certain CR3. I don't know that CR3. Blinded by the Bright for a second week in a row is on the program. A certain Brighton taking care of a certain Tottenham. Arsenal continue their slide. We'll talk a little bit about eFootball. Then we'll play a couple games. A little bit of Who Said It from last year. Famous footballers, football people said something. Maybe you can guess who it is. We'll have a multiple choice. How many teams can you name? Very, very fun segment of the show. Then we have, as always, our weekly check-ins, our best and worst of the week. And this week's special for your viewing pleasure, I will be eating the hottest chip known to man. The Pocky One Chip Challenge. And that's not going to be fun. Anyways, without further ado, guys, let's hop into this week's topics. First section might be a little longer. We have a couple Champions League matches to talk about. First up, let's start with Manchester City. Manchester City have secured their place in back-to-back UEFA Champions League semifinals for the first time in their history. A very heated 0-0 draw was enough to knock out Simeone and Atletico from the competition at the Wanda Metropolitano. Police presence was required in the tunnel after the players were going at each other after the final whistle. What are your thoughts on that tie and that Manchester City victory, Hoff? What are you thinking about that?
That was aggressive, I think is the word I would use. I'm not surprised to see it from Atletico. I kind of expected to see it from them. I was surprised that City stood up to them as well as they did, honestly, because sometimes they don't always do that. So yeah, it was over two legs. They deserved it. And they kind of impressed me a little bit. But a squad with that much money, that has had that much money spent on it, they should be getting past Atletico.
True. Milo, any thoughts about the game there?
Yeah, I mean, to coin a phrase from Arsene Wenger, footballistically, that tie was pretty horrendous, like in its entirety. I mean, it's like Atletico finally seemed to realize what was going to happen towards the end of that second leg. So yeah, if you don't play and try and score a goal, you will go out. And like then it all just boiled over, and it was just like, I don't know if that's the managers set them up that way. If it is, I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team. I'll tell you that, because that's no way to approach a Champions League quarterfinal, in my opinion. City will be happy they go through. Some handbags after the final whistle, but what will they care? They're on to face Real Madrid, and that one should be entertaining, you would hope.
Yeah. And also on that day, Liverpool confirmed their progression to the semis for the first time since they won the competition in 2018-19. Two Roberto Firmino goals. A little Benfica fight back at the end. This is the 12th European Cup / Champions League semifinal Liverpool have reached. No team has reached that many semifinals. They're equal with United on that. Any thoughts about that game, Milo?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good one. To be honest, it was a really good game. I think I said last week that Benfica had left too much to do at Anfield, but I mean, it's rare for a team to go to Anfield and get a win. So to get a 3-2 win on the night is a good result for them, but it's just not enough. And I think Liverpool, who just continue to impress me, to be honest, and shut me up. Right. They go on to face Villarreal, and that's going to be. They definitely shouldn't underestimate Villarreal. I don't think.
I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be a really good match. Hoff, any thoughts about that game?
I agree. It was fun. I kind of thought Benfica would kind of like wither away, but they finished with pride for sure. They were. I would not be ashamed to be a supporter of that club with that performance. Even though they went out, that was a very worthy performance of winning it. They could have, if they didn't leave as much as Milo said to do in the first leg, they could have easily have done it with that second leg performance.
Sorry, Valkyrie's. Sorry to cut you off there. Valkyrie's correct. It was 3-3 on the night. My apologies.
3-3 on the night, yeah. On aggregate, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, good, Hoff?
Oh, that was it.
That was it, yeah. Yeah, it was a good game. I think Villarreal's going to be a tough test. Speaking of Villarreal reached the Final Four, into the semis as well. For the first time since 2006, they drew 1-1 at the Allianz Arena, which was enough to beat Bayern on 2-1 with a late Chukwueze goal. Beautiful counterattack. Can Emery work his magic in the Champions League now? This is the next step for him. What do you think, Hoff?
I don't see why not. I mean, that's a hell of a test against Liverpool. But so is Bayern. So I don't know. I think tactically he can set them up to do it. It's just a matter of executing his game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if you can really compare the front line of Bayern. It's totally different, right? They Liverpool is just that that fast counterattack type of thing, and Lewandowski does not provide that type of challenge or that same type of threat, right? You can surround him, put him in a box, and you can kind of nullify him. Unless you give the ball away like Danny Parejo did. Right. Unless that happens, and you're safe around Lewandowski. But with Firmino and Jota, who I really like, you never know what can happen. Milo, any thoughts about that game?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to watch this game. I took a look at the goals, and that was about it. It seemed to me like Bayern, like they have a really good team on paper, and I probably, had I been a betting man, I probably would have put my money on them. And I think even last week I said I thought they'd come back as they did the round before.
Right.
Why they decide to only play the second leg, really, I don't know. Just not working out for them. So, I mean, credit to Villarreal, credit to Emery. Not begrudgingly. I don't think he's necessarily a bad manager. I don't think he was suited for what Arsenal were doing, but he had an impossible job following up on Wenger, straight away. So definitely, yeah, kudos to him though. It'd be interesting to see what kind of a game they give Liverpool.
Right. That'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to both of these. These are going to be great. And Man City faces Real Madrid. Karim Benzema's extra time goal sent Madrid through to the semifinals. Holders Chelsea, despite winning at the Bernabeu, are knocked out by the very team they knocked out last year in the semis. Real Madrid have now advanced from 10 consecutive quarterfinals. And I think it's like 12 or 11 in the last 12 years or something. This is actually also Chelsea's first ever game at the Bernabeu. Last year's tie was played at a different stadium, Alberto Di Stefano Stadium or something. Milo, did you peruse that match? Anything?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Benzema performance at Stamford Bridge gave Real Madrid some room to maneuver in the second leg, and they really needed it. They went 3-0 down. So
it's crazy.
If you're a Chelsea fan, I'm guessing you were pretty excited at that point. Chelsea's so close to pulling off what would have been a really historic result, I think, in their history. And it took Karim Benzema to settle the tie again in extra time. So what a season. We keep saying it every week. What a season Benzema's having.
And he just scored the winner yesterday as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, but like this and the Liverpool tie were the best of the round by far. Both games seemingly over after the first leg, and then they kind of made a game of it. So yeah, it was good.
Definitely. And Hoff, any thoughts about that match there?
I hadn't planned on watching it the day of, and then I got a notification on my phone that Madrid were 2-0 down. I was like, oh, okay, I need to turn it on. I turned it on. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game. I really wasn't expecting Chelsea to perform like that. I saw that they named some kids in their traveling squad. I was like, oh, okay, they're kind of just showing up, but they didn't. I was impressed with that. And glad they went out, but
yeah. Also, let's just catch up on some chat as well here. Let's take this time to catch up on the chat. Let's see. Quickly, Messi or Ronaldo? Risky asks, Messi or Ronaldo? Any preference?
Messi.
Messi?
I'm a Messi guy as well.
I'll say Ronaldo, Got it,
What?
Exactly. More interested in pulling Grealish's hair than trying to get the goal. This is the reference to the Atletico match. Good point.
Yeah.
Savage, that was he committed 0 fouls that whole match, or the whole 2 ties, or the 2 games. And then at the end there, he got a yellow card and red card. Let's see, what else? Messi's terrible this season. He's not doing great, but he's still top assister in Ligue 1. That's pretty crazy. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on Messi's season? Do you think he should be doing better?
No. For
fair enough. Fair.
For me, I mean, how old is he? Can you just remind me? Is he 37?
No, he must be 34 or 5. He's a couple years junior to Ronaldo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's 34 years old. I mean, sure. Maybe I expected him to be a bit more successful, personally, goals-wise in Ligue 1. However, like he's nothing to prove to anybody. He's won everything.
Yeah. True.
Like it's done, and it's time. We realize that the careers. We'll get on to CR7 a little bit during the United Norwich game, I'm sure. But like, we're getting ready to move on from those 2 players, and
right.
So I'm not holding them to the same scrutiny that I would have 10 years ago.
On the Villarreal subject, Gerard Moreno is out for 4 months. Stefan has pointed out that's huge. He's their starting striker, so that'll be interesting. That's a huge plus for Liverpool. Let's see. Farmers League. Germany's a Farmers League. A bit of a Farmers League, maybe. I don't know. People could dispute that. Chelsea were better in both legs, Aran says. Money wins things. Oh, let's see. City pay to win. Pogba should get signed up by PSG. Absolutely, that would be great. Messi needs to be used in being a new team since he's only been in one team. Yeah, he's got to get used to it. All right, good points, guys. Sorry we couldn't get to everything. We'll move on to the next one. We have a couple FA Cup matches to look at and a certain Premier League match. So, moving on to more recent events. Liverpool City. First half blitz from Liverpool saw them defeat Manchester City in a thrilling contest at Wembley to book a place in next month's FA Cup. 2 goals from Sadio Mane and an opener from Canute. City boss Pep Guardiola made 7 changes from their midweek match versus Atletico, and Jurgen Klopp now holds the upper hand in the head-to-head matches with Pep Guardiola. What did you think about that match, Hoff?
As a Columbus Crew fan, I was immensely sad at Zach Steffen's.
Oh,
because I seen an American keeper get all these pretty big games at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and that was just not good.
that was bad.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah, and that it basically just set the tone.
Milo, any thoughts about that game there?
Yeah, I mean, who really impressed me is Mane, just especially with I find just with if Salah has a quiet game, Mane seems to step up. Salah's been a little bit quiet the last couple of weeks, maybe by his standard. And so I just think Mane kind of stood out for me. I mean, the unreal first half of Liverpool, they must have absolutely loved it. Again, I've said it. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. I see Soccer in the chat as well. Like I'm very impressed with them, with all their commitments, and then AFCON for a couple of their main players, and still just getting it done on all fronts. It is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
to be honest, I think, and they're probably my favorites for the cup now. I think, to be honest.
It's a couple other facts about the game. Liverpool have now scored 19 goals from corners in all competition. That's the most of any Premier League side. And Konate scored on 3 goals on his last 3, or a goal on his last 3 appearances. Pretty good youngster coming through there. And also Manchester City have been eliminated from the semi-finals for the last 3 seasons. Pep Guardiola, the GOAT, at it again. Moving on to the other semi-final. Chelsea booked their place in the FA Cup final. The final will be a rematch of the EFL final, right? EFL Chelsea versus Liverpool again. Chelsea won 2-0 against Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace. Thanks to second half goals from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, getting on the score sheet. I believe that's his first goal in 59 appearances or something like this. And Mason Mount. This is their 5th FA Cup final appearance in 6 years. Any thoughts about the game there, Milo?
Yeah, I love a good cup upset, and I thought maybe this would be the one where we got it, to be honest. So, but the better team on the day one, definitely. Chelsea in control. Great finish by Loftus-Cheek to make it 1-0. And I was thinking, he's a player that I never think about, ever. Like, he just mind. He's just a player that flies along. I don't know why. It's just I found it funny when I was thinking about it. Like, oh yeah, Loftus-Cheek, he exists, And then Mason Mount, cool finish by him, and he's in really good form. On this form, probably should start for England. He's getting it done everywhere at the moment.
He's been playing really well. Yeah, Hoff, any thoughts about the game?
I really liked Loftus-Cheek's goal. I love goals when the ball's just kind of bouncing around and someone just steps up and puts their laces in through it. I love goals like that. So yeah, his goal is beautiful. That's exactly what Loftus-Cheek is. He's a guy you forget about. Like, oh, he's on loan there. Okay, does Chelsea still own him? Does he still play for Chelsea? Like, he's one of those guys, and they seem to be a lot of Chelsea players too that are like that. For me, anyways. But yeah, that was I liked that goal from him.
Let's just catch up on some chat here. Extreme wanted to skip that section. Sorry, Extreme. I'm just seeing that we missed the That City goalkeeper is ass. Come on, man. He's getting all of his mistakes up before November 25th when we play England, you know?
Yes.
Navi, Thiago, and Fabinho absolutely bossed that first half. City couldn't do anything to press them. Gabriel Jesus has completely lost his talent. Sad to see. He needs a move away. Maybe with, what is it? Fernandez or Hernandez coming in. I forget his last name from River Plate. If Liverpool win the quad, then Klopp goes ahead of Pep in the GOAT debate. Oh, wow. I think that would be amazing if Klopp was able to do that. Yeah. He's just cheeks. It was a very Lampard goal. Yeah, it was. And so many matches. We got to pick only a couple. We'll just quickly talk about the Manchester United match on the weekend. United strengthened their top 4 bid with a 3-2 victory over Norwich. Ronaldo's hat trick, and Ronaldo scored a hat trick. Pogba was booed after match. The day was a little bit of a toxic day at Old Trafford. There was like fan unrest, booing Pogba. They were storming the director's box. You know, they want the Glazers out and all that stuff. Quick little fact about it. Cristiano Ronaldo is 17 years and 81 days older than Anthony Elanga, who assisted his goal. That's the most a United goal scorer has been older than a player who assisted him in the Premier League. Yeah. And you guys want to just comment a little bit about Ronaldo's performance? Just quickly? Anything?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a big result for United, to be honest. Like, I don't know if you're trying to brush it under the carpet to keep it like it's part of your Alex Ferguson style mind games. But like,
I mean,
result,
Conference League. That's all we want.
Given the rest of what happened this weekend, that result's huge for you. I mean, it could have been 3 or 4-0 by halftime. Norwich, not that they played bad, they just had some desperate defending early. Norwich made a game of it, obviously making it 2-2. But yeah, I mean, Ronaldo, the hat-trick seems to be the headline. Classic free kick. Great free kick, to be fair. I thought it was interesting. That's his 60th career hat-trick for club and country, which is pretty incredible.
Pretty amazing.
And like, you know, like, listen, I know I said Messi over Ronaldo, and I do think Messi over Ronaldo, but, you know, Ronaldo, again, a team like Norwich can't contain him even at his age. You know, whereas I think some of the other games that you've played, I think better teams have shown that he can be contained given the condition and the age that he's in now and how the Premier League is. So that's kind of where I am. And I was looking at, you know, United's run-in. You've got a pretty tough run-in, to be fair. I'd say you're joint.
We'll take a look at that in a moment. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
We'll take a look at that in a minute.
Sounds good.
Hoff, anything to add about Ronaldo before we move on? Got to keep it moving.
I'm just impressed that he just keeps doing it. He's kind of like Tom Brady in that, to put an American spin on it. How these guys are. He's not as old as Tom Brady, obviously, but just given his performance level at his age, it's very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's tough. It's also we're reading in chat. You know, Ronaldo lost his he had twins born today. One of them passed away. It's kind of quite sad. Thoughts and prayers out to him. Also, Harry Maguire kicked Pogba in the head, which was pretty hilarious. Okay, let's keep moving on. You know, we got to move on. We had a blinded by the Brighton. Brighton defeated Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 behind a very late 90th minute winner by Trossard. Trossard is the first visiting player to score a 90th minute winning goal in the Premier League at Tottenham away to Tottenham since Ayoze Perez in 2015. Hoff, bit of a heartbreaking goal there. What are your thoughts about that one?
Yeah, I mean, after the first half, I was just wondering when they were going to score. The later it got, the more hope that I had for a draw. But, I mean, just had no creativity at all. And Brighton defended well, which I don't know if they get enough credit for in general, because I feel like everyone's like, oh, Potter's teams are so free-flowing and attacking, but they defended really well. And it was kind of frustrating. Kulusevski was very frustrated. He probably should have been sent off. Overall, the officiating was kind of bad both ways. But yeah, it's not going to change the result. Good for them.
Yeah. I'm also Brighton are the only. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Milo. Did you have any thoughts about that game there?
Yeah, I mean, this was the good part of the weekend. A real Spursy result, I thought, and it typifies what we talked about. Actually, all jokes aside, what we talked about a few weeks ago, which is that inconsistency, and and it's just one of those things. A massive week for Brighton, back-to-back wins against two teams in North London. Don't really want to talk about the other game. We already crossed that bridge. I will say, for me, if Kane and Son are quiet, if they have a quiet day, Tottenham will not win. It's that simple for me. So any team that plays them, that should be your focus. Keep those two quiet, and Tottenham won't win.
Like you mentioned, they have wins over Arsenal and now Spurs. This is the second time this has happened in the Premier League. Do you know who the first one was? In 2008.
West Ham.
Relegation battling side. I think they probably might have been relegation battling side, but it's not West Ham. It was Hull City, October 2008.
Wow.
Hull City. Yeah. People are. I read. Hey, welcome in, Jesse. One comment I read was Maguire gets booed. People call for his head. Pogba gets booed. Or calls. Whole country calls for sympathy. Pogba gets booed. Nothing. It's a tough one. It's a tough one there with that. Anyways, a little off topic. Moving on to Arsenal. A resolute Southampton stunned Arsenal 1-0 in the Premier League and ended a run of 5 league games without victory for Southampton. But the Gunners recorded a third Premier League defeat in a row. Will their slide stop against Chelsea on Wednesday, Milo?
I mean, what a really, really disappointing result. That was 3 defeats in a row. Absolute morale killer is what I wrote down. You know what I mean? Because where did the belief go? This team was, I think, outperforming a lot of what people thought they would do, including myself. Again, I've said it. I'll say it again. I think we were a year ahead of schedule, and now I think we're more closer to perhaps looking like where I thought we might be. But are we that fragile again? I thought we'd kind of got past that fragileness where, an international break and a couple of minor injuries and the team just lost all the things that got them into the top 4 in the first place. It seems a bit odd to me, and I don't know whether to read much more into it than that, but it was a really, really bad weekend again.
Yeah.
I will say this, we had enough to win that game. Fraser Forster made 3 unbelievable saves, and 2 of them I'm going to say are world-class. Like, if you haven't seen them, I would suggest watching them, because sure, you can always say the striker could do better, but when it's close and they hit it well, they connect with the ball well, it's so hard to make a save like that. And Fraser Forster, I remember when he first burst onto the scene, he has games where it makes all the other teams go, man, we should buy him, and obviously he's been around a long time now, but we're going to get into the top 4 stuff soon, are we? So I won't say any more.
Yep.
But yeah, disappointing overall.
Huff, any thoughts about that match?
It just made Saturday morning's game more bearable. Saturday morning's result more bearable. I'm still disappointed, but I'm less disappointed. Forster's good. I tend to gravitate towards watching keepers, just because that's what I played. And overall, yeah, like Milo said, like he'll have games where he just stands on his head, for to use the hockey term, and then he'll have moments where you're like, oh, what's he doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a great game and stole the points basically.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any easier for Arsenal. They got Chelsea, United, and West Ham coming up. This is the run-in for the top 4 race. I couldn't find a graphic, so I know it's a little white. Just bear with it. It's the production team's doing the best they can. What I found interesting when putting this together is United have a massive break. We'll be on 36 or 37 matches played, and you guys will all be on 35 matches. You guys will have 3 games in hand by the time before the final match day, which is interesting. It seems like Spurs have probably might have the best chance. What do you guys think?
I think Tottenham have the best run in. Hoff, I'd love to get your input on that. I think United's is hardest. I think ours is second, but not by much. I think our run in is really tough as well. I'm concerned about goal difference because it's a stat I identified in about month 3 of the Premier League. Like, we're just not getting enough goals, and I mean that's what happens when you don't have a clinical centre forward.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, can you make that game in hand count? I mean, it is against Chelsea, and I don't know.
I'm not hopeful. I'll put it that way. Not right now.
Yeah, it's a tough run. I mean, we got Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. That Arsenal game is going to be great. I think it's Saturday.
What do you think about Tottenham? The run-in looks decent for you guys, I would say.
It does. The weird thing about all of these matches is those are the matches that are normally sprinkled throughout the season after we've beaten Man City and gotten a good result at like Newcastle or something, and then we'll go to Leicester, or I guess Leicester's at home, and we'll end up losing 2-1 on a late goal. It's all like Burnley at home. Burnley have always given us trouble. Norwich away on the last day of the season. Even if they're already, and they should be relegated by that point, I would not be shocked if they got a draw or messed up the 4th place chances. And that's the Spurs fan in me, just the ever-present pessimism.
Yes.
And honestly, what would not surprise me is we beat Liverpool. I know it sounds dumb, and then we'll lose Burnley at home. I know Arsenal's in between that, but I'm not going to talk about that match.
Yeah. It'll be exciting though. It'll be excited running.
That would just be how it goes.
Nice. Well, moving off to real football to a bit of simulated football. eFootball was released. 1.0 was released on Thursday. I've been playing it. A lot of people have been playing it. A bit of an open-ended segment here. Chat, feel free to chime in as well. A lot of talk in the stream about it. What are your initial thoughts? Milo, why don't you get it started?
Lead the way? Surely.
Yeah.
So I mean, I downloaded it as soon as it was downloadable, and then I was staying up late for an event, an online event that I attended in England at 3 a.m. on Thursday morning. So actually, I was going to be awake anyway, so I launched the game and got started on my dream team at 1 a.m. when it went live, and it was great. You know, like I was streaming, so a lot of people jumped in to have a look. First of all, like, I think the football itself is really good, much more PES-like, and also much better than FIFA. The football gameplay itself, which I know for a lot of people is the focus. So that's a positive step. Dream Team seems good. You know, I like that you can appear to use players that would never really have gotten your team previously with leveling up and stuff. But obviously, it's going to remain to be seen long term if that's you know, something that's sustainable. The menus and the color scheme, horrendous. It's already been talked about a million times, so we probably don't need to go there. But I think in its current build, for me, it feels like PES 21 with dashes of eFootball, which is why I enjoy it a lot more than before. And I've seen a lot of people over the last couple of days arguing on Twitter, because that's what you do, about the defending and how it was this and how it was that. For me, the games I played after the update the other day, and we had those challenges, the online and offline ones. I went online and I was expecting to lose and find it quite tough. And I thought, I'm just going to defend like I used to on PES 21. So I hardly switched to my defender. You know, you kind of play with your DMF and let your defenders do do the work for you, sort of thing. And it seemed to work a treat, which is what it used to do. So for me, I don't see it as a massive. I don't know. Some people, I think some people are caught up in the hype a little bit, and they're making out like some things are really reinventing the wheel that they're not. Now that's just the way I see it, and I'm
Right.
But to conclude, I don't want to rattle on too long. To conclude, it's definitely going in the right direction, but I'm concerned the plan to integrate mobile still will hold it back in some areas, because I really do think PES deserves a current gen or next gen, if you like, fully playable experience. And the only way we might get that is if we outspin mobile. And I finished my conclusion with, let's get the credit cards out.
Oh my god. Fair enough. All right. Hoff, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm really enjoying it so far. Like Milo said, the actual gameplay itself is, I feel like it's solid. I'm not gonna say it's like outstanding or anything that's like groundbreaking, but I enjoy playing it more than I enjoy playing FIFA, which isn't a high bar to reach. I can see this game being a game that whenever they release the Master League, that I will spend most of my time doing that, playing it, as opposed to the Dream Team. I like the Dream Team idea and all the players having a value. I like the market aspect of it a lot, as opposed to the old auctions and things like that. I wasn't a real fan of that. And the leveling system is nice, where you can pick your attributes that you want to boost. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like there's some good things, and not a lot of the filters are really annoying. Why can't I search for a player by his name?
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
That's just baffling. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to playing more, especially when Master League comes out.
Yeah. Group's been in the streams bringing up good points about if they bring an integration for playing against different star levels, that 1 to 5 star. I think that'll be if they don't do that, that's going to be a big game changer. He had some really good ideas as well. I think when they released New Football Game, and they called it New Football Game, it was an indication that what we knew, what was PES, is probably not going to be anymore under Konami, right? So it was tough. I mean, if it was more shocking then. I find people that are shocked now, maybe are, I don't know, maybe they just have like they're still upset about it or something, But for me, like, I mourned the death of PES back in June when they released New Football Game, and it looked like PES Mobile, and with the circle and just the way things looked, and they even talked about crossplay. But yeah, so like for me, like I'm past that part of it in a way, but maybe people who haven't played the demo much are it's more sudden to them now that it's version 1.0 being released, and tons of new people are trying it and stuff like that, and they're announcing emergency maintenance, bringing content in and stuff. But
I'd be more inclined to agree with you if it didn't feel, from version 0.9 to version 1, if it didn't feel a lot more like PES 21 used to feel. So for me, it's almost like an admission, like, hey, we messed up, and
right.
here's some of that gameplay back that you love, which is a positive. That's not a negative from me.
Right.
Like,
No, for sure.
I definitely want to hammer that point home. Like, I really enjoy it, and what I'm looking forward to is I hope edit mode doesn't take too long, because I need that. I need the kits. I love the legend kits. I love all that stuff. I love the legend players. You know that. I met Cartwheel when I was playing a Legends League thing. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
There's a lot of that there for me, where I really want that to come back. It's why one of the reasons I switched from FIFA to PES in the first place. So I definitely, like, it's positive for me. There's just a few things that just eat away at me a little bit, but maybe those will dissipate in time, especially if the upward trajectory continues.
Yeah. Couple things from chat here. People are forgetting that we're playing with teams that are equivalent to 3 to 4-star teams from past PES games, and players, especially from NA, lack a lot of games played at those levels because of matchmaking times. Cash says, hope they put in some defensive tactics among managers rather than just attacking playstyle. Yeah. Well, that's something actually I need to look at, is that because each playstyle has defensive instructions as well. They have a defending thing. Mobile user experience with console gameplay. That's what you see. Yeah, it's big. Yep. This is huge for the mobile people. Mobile people got to be happy, or a little more happy than console people. Why do I need to go 5 layers deep to filter players when I have all my back at all 5 levels to actually trigger the search? Yeah, that's frustrating. Thursday will tell us the direction of eFootball. Yeah, Thursday's the big launch of Season 1.
Yeah.
Hello, there was rumor of... Hey, what's up, Zaki? Konami Games branch being bought by Sony. Do you think the game will get any good? Maybe it'll get bought by Sony. I don't know. Game plans are coming in the future. Yeah, game plans are coming, right? Game plans are coming. Gameplay is smooth on next gen, not current gen, unfortunately. Yeah, my experience is I think it's a lot of, I think maybe FIFA players will find this more enjoyable than PES 21 type of thing, or more pick up and playable, you know. I don't know.
I got an interesting question. Is it coming to Switch?
They didn't mention it. I mean, they didn't mention it.
Because if it could come to mobile, why
not?
Surely it would be able to go to Switch, right?
Yeah, so, I don't know.
I would play it on Switch if I was out and about.
Yeah,
that would be great. It'd be a great football game to have, you know. But like I say, I think it looks all right on PS5. I'm not that unhappy with how it looks. I just think there's some functionality.
Yeah.
But
alrighty, well, let's keep it moving on. We are into the game segment of the show. Game time.
Right.
In this segment, we will be guessing. It's similar to last week, actually. We'll be guessing who said it. I will give multiple choice, and you have to guess who it is. I'll give multiple choice after the fact. First up, we have an intelligent pass is just as important as a flashy dribble. All right, here are the options. Was it Xavi Hernandez, Luka Modric, or Marco Verratti? Who said it?
Xavi.
Hoff, who do you think?
Go Verratti.
Verratti. The correct answer is Marco Verratti. That is correct, Hoff.
Well done, Hoff.
Well done. Well done. Very, very, very good. All right, moving on to the next one. Anyone can play a game of football. You see a game on Sunday, pub games, they all love the game of football. The real players had a practice ethic about them. Was it Sir Alex Ferguson, Martin Keown, or Roy Keane? Who said it?
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane. Hoff.
I'll say Roy Keane as well.
Roy Keane. We have 2 Roy Keanes. Anyone in chat? Roy Keane, Greg. Roy Keane. Incorrect. You are all wrong. It was...
Sir Alex?
Oh my God. It was the GOAT Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
It was the GOAT Sir Alex Ferguson. The undisputed GOAT of football. Moving on. My advice to any young footballer: don't leave nothing on the table. Go enjoy your football and get as much out of it as you can. It comes and goes in the blink of an eye. That's not listed there, but it's there. Was it Joe Cole, Ian Wright, or Jermaine Defoe? Joe Cole, Ian Wright, or Jermaine Defoe?
Joe Cole.
Joe Cole, Milo, Hoff.
I'll say Ian Wright.
Ian Wright. We got Greg with Jermaine Defoe, Cash with Joe Cole, Ian Wright with Extreme, Greg with Messi, David Brent, Joe Defoe. Okay, the correct answer is Joseph Cole.
Yeah,
Exciting player. Very exciting player. Classic.
You know what gave it away? It's the fact that he used a double negative in the start of the sentence, and he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. That's all I'm going to say.
Joe injured Cole.
Oh,
Oh my God. Joe Defoe.
Joe Defoe. Nice.
Kids must enjoy it. You choose to do the things you enjoy any chance you get. A coach cannot give you skills. Practice and the streets will give you skill. I always had a ball at my feet. I was always playing on the street. Was this Neymar, Ronaldo Fenomeno, R9, or Ronaldinho? Who said it? Nader says Neymar. Greg says Roberto Firmino. To be fair, Defoe's career is going longer than a blink. True.
Say Ronaldinho was the last.
Ronaldinho? Yeah, Ronaldinho?
I'm going
Yeah,
to
it's-
say Ronaldinho, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say Bobby Firmino? No. Bobby Firmino's not an option. Neymar, R9, Ronaldo Nazario.
Fenomeno.
Oh, Fenomeno. Yeah, Ronaldo R9.
Fenomeno.
And Ronaldinho.
yeah.
Neymar, Ronaldinho, R9.
I'm gonna go Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho, Milo. Bassam says
Ronaldinho.
R9. Ronaldinho.
I don't feel like Neymar would say it like this because he's still playing. You know, this is someone that's retired for me, so I'm going to say Ronaldinho.
Good point. Ronaldinho. Let's see. Extreme Ronaldinho, Zegondinho, Bassam R9, Dino, Groot Dino. It was Ronaldo Nazario. I don't think anyone got it right. No, Bassam got it right. Ronaldo Nazario. El Fenomeno. Not Roberto Fenomeno. Next up, we have a quote from who? There are times not to coach. The urge is to step in and show them. Sometimes it's better to let them make a mistake. Sometimes they learn more from the mistake than being told what to do. Who said it? Was it Frank Rijkaard, Ruud Gullit, or Dennis Bergkamp? Which Dutchman said it? With the dentures.
Based purely on his portrayal in the Beckham experiment, I'm gonna say Ruud Gullit.
Ruud Gullit. Okay. Oh yeah, he was coach of LA Galaxy?
He was.
That's right, he was. Cash says
the
Daddy Dennis.
It was the options were Hullet, Dennis, and Rijkaard.
Yes. Correct. Rijkaard.
I'm going to say
Chris
Hullet.
Hullet,
You're saying Rijkaard,
Hullet.
are you, Hoff?
I said Gullit.
You said
Hullet.
Hullet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Rook
Hullet.
says he's the only one in the media who speaks. The correct answer is in chat. Dennis Bergkamp. Well done,
Really?
Cash. Yes, Dennis said that.
Wow, Dennis said that.
apparently.
I didn't know that.
Apparently, he said that. All right, now we're going back. We're moving the timeline slightly back here. It's the same for any football player. How many games can players look back and remember clearly? Most of the games and seasons players remember are the ones that meant something to them. It has to mean something to really enjoy it. Who said it? Was it Gary Lineker, Lothar Matthäus, or Roberto Baggio? Who said it?
I'm going to say Gary Lineker, and he was talking about Harry Kane.
Okay. Noted. Gullit, Matthäus, or Lineker? No, not Gullit. Sorry, Baggio, Matthäus, or Lineker? Baggio, Matthäus.
Context on it. That sounds good. Shoot.
Did you mean to say
All right,
Phil
I'll say
Foden?
Matthäus.
Matthäus? Greg Matthäus, Cash Baggio? It was Lothar Matthäus. Lothar Matthäus. And last but not least, I never realized to be a jockey, you had to be a horse first. Deep.
Jeez.
It's deep.
That's real
Very
deep.
deep. Yeah.
Was it Carlo Ancelotti, Arrigo Sacchi or Franco Baresi? Van Gaal. Who was it? Who was it? It sounds like something Van Gaal might say, you know, based on his, you know. Confucius. Very, you know, probably. He probably did say it. Cash says Sacchi. Grook says Ancelotti. Ancelotti, Sacchi, or Baresi?
I'll go Baresi.
Baresi, okay. Baresi sounds like one of those evil, dark Italian cooks. Okay, okay.
Said someone that never saw him play. Unbelievable player. You're going Baresi. I will go. Oh, I'm just gonna go Ancelotti. Why not?
Ancelotti. The correct answer once again is in chat. It is Arrigo Sacchi. Arrigo Sacchi. Well done, Cash.
This one.
Cash. Apparently, was he a jockey? Cash. Jockey Sacchi? Is that? I always remember Van Gaal talking about Big Sam.
No, he's typing it into Google as fast as you say it.
Van Gaal also talked about sex masochism. I thought that's where someone was coming from. You know, you got to be the jockey and the horse. You know, sadomasochism. Okay. Anyways, all right. Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Okay. This week's how many teams can you name is Harry Redknapp, played for and managed. Oh no, you know this. Look at that young Harry. Look at that
Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp. Look at how young he looks, man. Look, is he even recognizable?
Man, what a guy.
Italians make them quotes all the time. Jeff Bezos. It kind of does look like Jeff Bezos with hair, maybe. So now, folks, for those who don't know the rules of this game. Oh, Arrigo Sacchi. Yeah. Arrigo Sacchi does. A little bit. For those of you who don't know the rules, right now the guests are tabulating how many teams they can name. Please do not look at chat. Guests, please. And in chat, you guys have to give a number. Give a number. How many teams can you name that he has either played for or managed? Or managed.
Can we get a total?
A total. Do you want a total, Milo?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I don't mind.
12. 12 is the total. We have 3. We have a 4 on the board. We have a 5. Ads has a 0. Okay. Definitely was a stoner. Are you ready? 6 by Grook. Okay. So once you guys in chat, once you have your wager, you can change your wager, but type it, but do not press enter. Just have it typed. Just have it ready to go. Oh, 44. Yeah, who knows?
This is a tough one.
It was an interesting one. Especially the played for was interesting. 7 from Cultured. Okay.
7 from Cultured Left Foot.
Oh my God.
He's back.
Also guest of the show as well on occasion. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Maybe all 3. Well, actually, 3 would be tough. But if they played and managed for the same club, do you get 2 points? No, you get 1 point. If they played and managed for that club, they get 1 point. And we're not counting internationals or youth career. Okay?
Oh,
not
so
international or youth.
Doesn't count.
England, yeah, I think he played for the under 18s, I think. I think that was all he played for. And guys, if we have a little time after, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We've got about... No, we're good on time. We're good on time.
7 Cultured.
Oh, Grook's got 8.
8?
And there's a total of 12, which is amazing. So let me hear a first bet from the guests.
I think I've only got 5.
You've got 5, okay.
I think I've only got 5. I had 6 wrote down, but one of them I'm so not confident about. I want to take it off the list, so I'm just gonna go 5.
I'll go
5, 6. Okay, and this is how we're gonna do it. Well, okay, Milo, can you do 7?
No.
Okay.
No.
So Hoff's gonna give us 6. Then Milo's gonna give us his 5, And then Grook has 8. Grook will be next. Anyways, here we go. Hoff. First up.
Before I started, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 written down, but I just went 6 because it was one more. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you get one wrong, it's the points are mine.
The points are Milos.
The fake internet point.
Tottenham,
Correct.
Portsmouth,
Correct. 2 stints at Portsmouth.
QPR,
QPR is correct.
West Ham,
West Ham is correct. He began his career at West Ham as well, 1965.
he was at Southampton,
Southampton is correct.
Bournemouth,
Yeah.
Bournemouth is correct. He started his managerial career there and played there after West Ham. And I believe that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done, Hoff. You get the points.
So I had all of them except QPR.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any other ones? That's it?
No. That's...
These are pretty wild now. Grook, you want to send your answer? There's a little delay probably.
yeah.
If not, we'll just go through it. Or
Well, I'll wait until he puts his up. But I had my other 2.
go for it.
Yeah. I had Seattle as well.
Seattle Sounders. 2 stints at Seattle
and,
Sounders.
Birmingham. Yep.
Got
Those are the
all
two.
And
that, man.
Birmingham as well. That he finished his managerial career there. Now these are interesting. There's another. Well, I'll start with the earliest. This team is in the Premier League right now. It starts with a B. Burnley is not it. They're currently in the Premier League.
Brentford.
Brentford is correct. Short stint there. There's another current team in the USA. We have 3 left. Oh no, so there's this one. AP Leamington. I don't know where that is. Maybe Milo or Culture or some of the British guys know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Then there's 2 left.
Okay.
One he played for, one he managed.
Wait,
Leamington's near
Spa?
Birmingham.
Like Leamington Spa, we're talking about.
I guess so. I don't know. I have no idea. There's another team in the US.
He managed a national team, but obviously it wasn't England. But I can't remember. It was somewhere in the Middle East.
That's true.
I almost guessed it was Qatar or something, but I know it's not them.
Phoenix.
I don't know who it is.
Phoenix
Jordan.
Fire.
There you go, Culture.
Jordan is correct. He managed Jordan. 2016.
Yeah, that's
Very well.
based in Leamington Spa in Warwickshire in England. So.
Okay.
There's
Nice.
a big football manager, YouTuber, streamer that did a Leamington series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Never heard of Leamington. All right. Well done, guys. That was pretty good. Harry Redknapp. Gotta love him.
Harry.
Gotta love Harry.
My quote is Harry Redknapp later.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, growing up, he was always on whatever the sports channel I had. He was always one of the the guests, and he was Tottenham manager at the time, and I heard a lot of Harry Redknapp as well. Portsmouth, Nico Crancher, all that good stuff. Anyways, moving on, guys, to the weekly check-in. This is the segment where we speak about the best, the worst, the quote of the week, a memory of the week. Let's start with the quote. How about let's start with the quote? Hoff, since you have a Harry Redknapp quote, why don't you give it a go?
Ew. And I don't know the context of this. I was just looking for a Harry Redknapp quote that I enjoyed, and I think I could guess the context. I feel like he was on a show after Juande Ramos was hired to replace him at Tottenham, and after he cut out ketchup like Conte has done now, and had strict nutrition for the team, But that's the context I'm giving this. Don't know if that's the actual context. He said if you can't pass a ball properly, a bowl of pasta isn't going to make that much difference.
How would he say that? Can you do the accent? Anybody? Milo?
Whose accent?
Like I don't know how Harry. I can't do it. Like
Harry
Redknapp. A bowl of pasta isn't gonna make a difference. Oh man, I love his accent.
Pasta ain't gonna make a difference.
Nice, that works.
Best,
does he say like? Where is he from? Do you guys know where he's from? I don't know where he's from.
Nah, like would be like Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
And or like
from, I don't know if he's from London or not.
Your quote of the week, Milo?
Well, I don't really have one, but I've got one from Dennis Bergkamp, seeing as he's the man.
100% a Cockney. Okay.
You know, he's a personal hero of mine. When he played in Holland, he said, this is him talking. I always try. I won't do a Dutch accent. He said, I always tried to lob the goalkeeper, and people used to say, oh, you're always only trying to make a nice goal. But I said, listen, if the goalie's a little bit off his line, how much space do you have on his left or his right? It's not a lot. How much space do you have above him?
Oh, deep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Deep chess.
Nice. Groot says, I had the displeasure of falling asleep on a train once and ending up in Leamington. Interesting. I left a couple of my foreigners out last week. They started talking in foreign. I knew they were saying blah, 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 le bastard manager. That's Harry Redknapp as well. All right, moving on to the best of the week. Hoff, did you have a highlight of the week you want to talk about?
Best of... I guess it is race week this week.
Oh yeah,
at Imola. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And just midweek Premier League. I love it whenever there's midweek Premier League games.
Oh yeah,
especially when Spurs aren't involved. So that's nice.
Good games. Milo, best of the week. Anything?
Best of the week, definitely not midweek footy. I hate it because I can't watch it peacefully. But I will say best of the week, babyfying the house. We have twins coming in June. And, it's coming around pretty quick. So I know you had laughed when I said the word babyfying the other day.
Babyfying.
Yeah, just, you know, like we're putting like bassinet upstairs. Like, we had a bunch of stuff that we've collected and bought in the garage. Now we're spreading it around the house and turning it into a place where babies can dwell. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah. The best of the week, yeah. eFootball season 1 begins on Thursday. We'll see the fate of eFootball, I guess. You know, hopefully it's the best of the week. Talking of chips, Cart has a hot one. Yes, I know.
Ooh.
You know, it hasn't really hit me yet. It's
you haven't eaten it yet.
I've been in like in a rush today, so it's like it's just been like a back thought. You know, go to the store, I forgot to get bananas. That was my secret ingredient. Apparently, eat a banana before and after. It saves your digestion. But I did not. But I don't know. We'll get to the post show. That'll be outside of YouTube. It'll be Twitch only. Maybe we'll cut it for YouTube. I don't know. Worst of the week. Milo, any low light of the week?
Yep, Arsenal. Move on. Next.
Oh, okay. Spurs. Hoff.
I guess I'm just gonna double down on misery. Spurs and Zach Steffen. Just
Zach Steffen. Yeah, that was tough. My low light of the week was Atletico Madrid being robbed by Manchester City of its spot in the semifinal. You know, Pep Guardiola claims to be this, you know, messiah of football, and you know, we should play attacking football, blah blah blah, this that, you know, we should need to set an example. His followers say, you know, this is how football should be played, blah blah blah, and then he parks the bus. Just saying. And also his football is boring. Anyways, next. Memories of the week. Any fun memories you want to mention, talk about, anything?
I didn't write
it
down. I had none this week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I usually look forward to that segment, but I really messed up this week. Sorry about that.
No worries. If anything comes, you go ahead.
In 2008,
I
traveled out. So this is so long ago. This is how old I am. We went to LA for the MLS Cup Final, and the Columbus Crew beat the New York Red Bulls, and I know I've talked about that season a lot, just it's always in my memory. And they won the cup, and I guess coincidentally, a lot of the supporters had the same hotel as the players. So we got to party with the players that night, drink out of the MLS Cup. It was
what?
great night. It was it was the first year they had the current trophy, because they had a kind of a weird looking trophy before, but yeah, it was really cool.
That's sick. That's awesome. Yeah, people are accusing me of propaganda right now. I don't know what they're talking about. This is ridiculous.
Propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
When it's time, everyone goes full blue. That's the moral of the story. True. But look, even if Pep wins the Champions League, he's still a perpetual failure in the Champions League. So, I've got it all covered, guys. Don't worry. It's all covered. Anything you guys want to talk about that's coming up for your channels? Any content? Obviously, guys, check out, if you're watching on YouTube, obviously, in the description, you'll see all their links. Also, the link keeps popping up in chat there. Go follow them on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch. Any series happening, Hoff? Anything you want to talk about?
Nothing new yet. I'm still working on graphics and stuff for the Sheffield Wednesday series. I'm actually pausing recording for like a week or two. I'm trying to get a kind of a very in-depth fantasy NFL football league going. That is completely for the degenerate fantasy football fan. So if you're interested, you know where to find me. But yeah, that's it. And I'm trying to gradually work streaming back into my routine with our little one is more consistent with his sleeping through the night. So, and I don't envy you at all, Milo, for the twins and your sleep schedule coming up.
Anything coming up for you, Milo?
Yeah, just the usual, just the variety. I mean, we've got another race next weekend.
Oh, where's the race?
Next week where is next week? It's a good question. I don't even know. I look at the calendar tomorrow. I've no idea.
Okay.
I think it's Monza. I think it's Monza.
Oh, cool. Monza's fun.
So I'll be doing. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Monza's just been around forever, so I'm kind of over Monza. But it's supposed to be supposed to be pretty competitive there. So I'm hoping to have a better outing. Donington was a tough race. I actually was having a really good race, but I got punted. From behind. Unfortunately, I was pretty pissed off about that, to be honest. When you put a lot of practice in and you have your race ended by somebody with poor racecraft, it really does piss you off. But anyway, I got a race next Sunday. There'll be some GTA stuff. There'll be some Gran Turismo this week, I think. Hopefully some GTA roleplay. You and I we kind of had a first look around a server last night.
That looks pretty fun.
It does, and I was having issues with getting it to work. And I wasn't going to admit this, Cart. You said to me maybe in their Discord they have some tips.
They did?
I found something in their Discord that fixed it like instantly.
Oh, nice.
About 2 minutes after I went off stream.
Honestly, some Discords have so much information, it's hard to navigate.
It was, and plus I was streaming and I was trying to figure that out, and I wanted to get in there. You know what I mean? Like it was
right.
So
yeah, it's
now
definitely when you're streaming.
Next time it works. No, it wasn't my PC cache. It's a setting in. They've added a setting in there. I'll explain it on stream at some point. But anyway, the good news is we can run it, we can play it. It'll be perfect.
Nice.
And Frank Drebin will be joining. Will be coming to your screens.
That's Leslie Nielsen, right? Frank Drebin?
It was Leslie Nielsen,
yeah.
So my character's backstory is going to be like his parents were fans of the Naked Gun movies. So they named him Frank Drebin. Because it's
Reigns is talking about F1 next week. Is that Imola?
F1 is at Imola. Yeah,
F1's at Imola.
About my league racing.
Sim racing, yeah.
We were talking about my league race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sprint races. I think that's just again for the money and for the fans.
It's like in cricket, it's a you like the test. You're still a fan of test matches.
It's I don't know, dude. Like it's
everyone wants 2020s now, man. We want that. We want the action. We want action. We want power plays. We want power plays. I can appreciate a test match. I can appreciate a test match. But
I love Imola though, so I am looking forward to it.
We want sixes exactly.
I'm looking forward to the week.
No Rahul Dravids. We want run rate. All right, we're getting a little. I'm stalling. Nice. Anything about Imola? Anything about Imola you could tell us about, Milo? Is
off the top of my head, it makes me sad because it's where Ayrton Senna died.
Oh.
Aside from that, I think it's a great racetrack. There's a statue to Ayrton Senna at turn 5 or 6, I think it is. And I guess that could be my memory. I remember watching that race at my grandparents' house, and it was crazy. So yeah, Imola's got a lot of history. They didn't race there for a long time either, so
yeah.
I'm glad it's back though, and it is a really fun track. I really enjoy racing it, not just on ACC, but in any discipline, on any sim. It's a fun track to drive. So.
Just quickly, Jesse mentions you cannot talk about his backstory. That's the files from Police Squad. What does that mean?
So Police Squad was a TV show that kind of spawned the character Frank Drebin, and then
okay,
Naked Gun was kind of took the movies.
Okay. Well, I have a date with Hell coming up, guys. So I'll have to.
I'm looking forward to this bit the most.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Milo. Thank you, Hoff. Check out their descriptions on the bottom. Yeah, go for it.
Plug one more thing. So,
yeah, go.
Tonight, before this, I actually did commentary on the New World Sim Racing Twitch channel.
Ah, yes.
If anyone likes racing and you wanna tune in, the league that I drive in, which is their Pint Championship, that's the GT3 Championship. They stream it on a Sunday, the whole broadcast setup. Obviously, myself and some other drivers stream our perspective, but on a Monday night, we're doing a M2. They just added the BMW M2 to ACC. It's a slower car, but it's great, and we do a single make championship, and we did round 1 tonight. It was so good. The racing was so close because all the cars are the same.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right?
It was so good, and we had almost a full lobby. I had a lot of fun with the commentary, and I chose some really cool intro music and stuff. Check out the VOD, and if you enjoy it, come by next Monday at 6 p.m.
New World Sim Racing. New World Sim Racing. That's what it is, guys.
Yeah, thanks for letting me plug that, because
yeah, no worries. Plug whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anything. Thank you guys for being on and helping me out with the show and everything, man. You guys, whatever you guys want to talk about.
An extra 30 seconds chip free right there.
I know. Alrighty, thank you, YouTube. Guys, we'll be back in a second. Thank you, YouTube. Good night, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you, Milo and Hoff, once again. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right, we're gonna play this, and then we'll get going.